All right. So we've not started the podcast because I can just cut and start the podcast at any point, but I'm now recording.
Whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah. So let's go to podcast ideas, and I guess we should start it.
All right.
All right. Sorry, it's really hard to start a podcast. Anyways, hey everybody, welcome to the Quarantine Corner. Before this starts, I just want to give a shout out to my friend Corbin Cares on Twitter. He drew the I guess logo thing. It's been like 2 weeks since I had school. Words are literally leaving. I got none. The words disappeared. I'm down to like 6 words, one intelligent in any Fallout game. Um,
6 words per minute.
6 words per minute. That's yeah. So I just want to give a shout out to Corbin Cares for putting that together. It was really cool.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever looked good, and it was a drawing. So, anyways,
Hey, it's kind of 50-50.
kind of 50-50. So we got a couple ideas here. I think the ones we should go over is, do we have two idea threes?
Oh, shut the fuck up, dog. God damn. Can I edit it?
Yeah, you can edit
Yeah,
it.
I
I'm
can.
gonna change this to idea five. I think we should go with idea four maybe and idea five, because I haven't played enough of Outer Worlds to really talk about it.
All right, you go first.
All right, so age old question. By age old, I mean it was like one that was made while we were in the car driving back from Dallas, which is another story. We'll tell that eventually. Um, would you rather have rewind time or to remember anything at any moment?
This is gonna get heated really fast. All right, so easily rewind time.
See, I'm saying, look, I've had time to think about it, and rewind time would be so much better. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate anyways and go for remember anything, because that's the argument I had in the car. I'm just saying, remembering anything is so much more convenient than rewinding time.
Because of
Because, like, you don't have to go anywhere. You just remember it. Like, what if you rewind time and something fucking explodes because of something you did, and then you died in the rewind time? Do you go back
I
to the current time you were in?
can I get some fucking context on that? Because if I know something's gonna explode because I rewinded back to that point, which means I knew that was gonna happen. Why would I put myself in that
No, no,
situation?
no. So something didn't explode, but because you rewinded time and you did something just a little bit differently, something exploded.
Okay.
Right? Like, just like out of the, like, just fucking way out there. Something exploded and then you died.
Hold on. Before we continue, can we just clarify? Is it like Life is Strange kind of rewind power, or is it just like you rewind and then you stay there?
Um, I feel like it's up to you. It's your argument. So
Okay.
I'm
Well,
thinking I'm thinking kind of like Life is Strange rewind a bit. That's what I've been
so
thinking.
like, okay, so like you have a conversation with me. I retain the information I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got you. Um. Nah. Fuck you.
All
So.
right.
Oh, you thought you were gonna talk. What the fuck? Okay.
No, yeah, it's all you.
I think this. I think rewind time is exponentially better because of the downfalls that the downfalls that remembering anything has. So, like for example, if like you gave the example of if you had a test
Yeah.
and like you could just recall everything at that moment during the test,
Yeah.
which is a problem because if your teacher's fucking garbage, you just remembered fucking garbage. So that's not gonna help you. But I could rewind in that situation and be like, okay, I know what I need to study, or I know what I need to like learn, so I can put this shit on the test, or just fucking find the answer key and rewind it.
All right, but that's what I'm saying though, is like you have to go and study. Like, that's on you. That's your own fault. But what I'm saying is, if you could remember anything, like, time stops while you're remembering. Like, you're not remembering an active time, right?
Okay.
So you can remember however long of a memory super vividly, as if you were there, right? So even if the
Okay.
teacher's garbage, if she's like, look, A plus B equals C, like, you can just remember A plus B equals C and then write it out on the paper. You had no need to study, you know? Like,
Okay, let's
how
assume
garbage is
how
this
many
teacher? Is this teacher's like
stories?
A plus B equals C? Nah, that's
Maybe.
wrong. But I'm not gonna teach you what's right. So,
Um, let's go like Mr. Del Santos.
oh shit. Okay, yeah, no. In a second, remember or rewinding time would be better. I've never had Mr. De Los Santos, but he's garbage. Oh man.
uh, I feel like if I'm trying to think of one situation where remembering anything would come in handy, other like rather than having the power to rewind time.
Um.
Because I'm saying like I feel like in a lot of situations it's interchangeable, but I'm saying like what is one situation like this could stand out because like for rewinding time, like oh someone's gonna die, let me go back and save them. Like that's a very helpful power.
Yeah. Yeah. True. And remembering anything, you're just remembering them die. So, you're like,
Oh
damn.
yeah, I was gonna ask you like how much storage is it like normal brain storage
No,
or
no,
is it
no.
like
Like that's the thing. It's like you get unlimited brain storage for like you go from like 2 gigs RAM to fucking 2 TB. You know,
that's wild?
like you just remembering everything that's ever happened. Like if you want to,
Okay,
like if
right,
you want to bring it up,
right.
like you're not getting flashbacks and shit.
Yeah, but you're assuming that the information that you're like receiving is good information. Like what if imagine having this power and then like since birth, someone's just filled your head with just like lies.
Look, well
So like
that's
you're just remembering all these lies.
how you were raised anyways. If even if you don't have memory, if you're abused growing up, like that's still like you can't change that because you can remember more
No,
or not.
okay. Nah, like what if something deliberately fucking with you? Like what if your mom's like, yeah, the sky, like the color in the sky, like that shit's red. Like what you think is
Look,
blue is red.
look. That's just on you being
So you
fucking
just remember
stupid.
shit that doesn't matter.
That's just you being stupid. Okay,
But
we'll say you build memories at a normal age. So like 3, 4 is whenever you start building memories, and then once you hit like 6, you start remembering just everything. You know?
I remember what you said to me that one time, Mom.
God damn. Yeah. So I didn't know where I was going with that. Yeah, but like, I feel like remembering anything would be useful as fuck because it's like, I'm lazy. Okay, I am mad lazy. I would rather just get to sit in my chair and remember shit vividly than go back and actually experience it again.
So you're telling me you just like to remember the concert, not go re-experience the
Well, if I
concert.
could remember it as vividly if I was there without getting fatigued, yeah.
That's a memory. That's not an experience. That's a different thing.
But I'm remembering it.
Like I'm gonna remember going to school for fucking 12 years of my life, but like being in school is a different thing than
Well,
remembering.
what I'm saying is because you can't remember it vividly. You don't remember your exact feelings in that moment. You don't remember it like, but like all your like feelings and all that stuff is in the brain, right?
Okay.
So I love how this podcast is just arguing. Anyways, which is so good that we're pointing guns at each other. Anyways,
Toxic.
yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a second because I fucking love Corbin. That shit was so clean. Um, but like, you know, but if you could remember anything like this, remembering anything, like you basically experienced it because it's all in the brain. You remembered exactly how you felt in that moment. You remembered like, but you could just like key out certain shit. Like
So you're
if
just
you got
living through your
like
memories.
yeah, like let's say you got shot. Like you can be like, hey, take out that pain, but I want to remember that because I want to go find that guy. There's where memory would be better than rewind. Like let's
No.
yes, yes.
Dog, let's assume, right? Let's assume you didn't see his face.
Oh, you know what?
Then
You
what?
could just not have it happen. You could just rewind to before it happened and get the fuck out of there.
Exactly.
I didn't think
Before you
about
got
that.
fucking
I didn't think about that.
I was just gonna stick with let's say it has to happen, right? Like no
Yeah.
matter what
Okay.
you do.
Yeah.
Like you only remember what has happened. Like if I didn't see his face and I like say he came up behind me and just fucking like rocked my shit, like I'm gone.
So you're saying you would remember exactly how his fist felt. You could rebuild his hand, drawing it just by how his fist felt. But if you, but
I'm gonna slide you.
you could put a fist together, bro. Anyways, no, but like that
Uh,
was joking. But like all jokes aside, like I would rather like if you rewind time, you're just going to experience it again. What are you gonna turn around
no,
and then
I
get
go back
clocked?
further.
Are you gonna turn around and then
Yes,
get
because
clocked?
because I'm expecting it now. I know exactly when he's gonna come.
All right,
It's like deja
you
vu,
don't
but I
you
have
don't know
control.
exactly though. Could you,
Yes, I do because I rewinded time back to that moment.
yeah, but you don't have perfect memory. You're not counting out the seconds. You're like, oh, it was somewhere around here, and then you get clocked, and you're like, damn, I got to go back and experience it again.
Yes. I'll just keep doing it until I get it right.
Yeah, but that shit's gonna hurt every time.
Bro, it's like I don't know. It's like stubbing your toe.
Yeah.
It's like stubbing your toe. Like you're gonna get used to it eventually. Like if you stub your toe on a daily basis.
Who's out here stubbing toes on a daily basis? I can't relate.
That's what I'm
I can't
saying.
relate to that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't relate to that because I don't stub my toe every day.
That's what I'm saying. Because like after the second or third attempt, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that again. Let me fix my shit.
Bro, me at work, because those fucking like little black things on the edge of the mat, like I would hit my pinky on that every fucking time.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I hate
That
it.
shit hurt so bad, and I just had to play it off like it wasn't the most painful thing I've ever felt.
Honestly, it like wraps around your pinky.
Yeah,
and it's like
it like
damn,
grabs
that's
that
it.
shit. Like it's like it's a person, and it just grabs your pinky, and it's like, hey, bring that shit over here. Like that's what
Exactly.
It's like.
I would just rewind to when I wasn't in that situation
Okay, see,
and then avoid it the next time around.
that doesn't make sense though, because you remember the first time you did it, right? Like it doesn't erase that memory. So you've already done it. Like something so minuscule. Like there's no point in not doing it.
Wait a minute. If I can rewind time with the same thought process, like if I got the information retained from when I went back.
Yeah.
Now I'm here.
Yeah.
Isn't that the power to remember anything? Because I can just go back.
But what I'm saying is then you have to actually exert yourself.
Oh, I'm exerting so much power thinking about the words I'm talking about right now.
No, but what I'm saying is you would have to rewind and say the same words.
Okay.
Look, you retain them, but you don't remember everything. They're normal memories.
Yeah, but they're key points. That's the part I want to change.
Just key points though. Like okay, like you go and you stub your toe.
Dog.
You remember stubbing your toe, but you don't remember right before stubbing your toe or right after.
Why would you need to? Why would you need to when I could just rewind and go see it?
Okay, but exactly that's what I'm saying. Because then you have to walk and you have to be like, oh, that's where I stubbed my toe. If you could remember.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Final words.
Okay. What I'm saying is remembering anything is just the lazy version of rewinding time with less consequences.
What are the consequences of rewinding time?
Bro, you ever heard of the butterfly effect? There was an entire game.
I love the butterfly effect.
Yeah, the game was okay until dawn.
Until dawn.
It was okay.
Yeah, but like the butterfly effect completely makes sense, right?
Yeah, it do be making sense though.
But let's just assume. Well, okay. So what the fuck are the negatives for remembering anything?
There are none. You remember everything.
So I feel like you should have a limited amount that you could remember then.
No, that's the argument.
That makes no fucking sense then.
No, you can just. That's the whole thing. It's literally labeled here.
That's like no.
Idea 4.
That's like
rewind time or remember anything. It doesn't say remember stuff. That's regular memory.
You're putting a cap on my ability to rewind time. So I'm putting a cap on your
I'm not
ability
putting
to
a cap. You can rewind time all you want. You just can't remember everything while doing it. The whole power.
But you're adding the the butterfly effect and how it's gonna affect other things.
Because that's a normal rewind time thing. Okay. Look, what I'm saying though is
so a normal memory thing is fucking having a cap. What are you talking about?
Okay, you go and you fuck something up. There's a butterfly effect, right? You're like, damn, that's a butterfly effect. You could just rewind and undo that butterfly effect.
But it will create another one is what I'm saying. No matter what you do, you're going to go to a different path.
Okay. We'll even it out then. I could remember anything, and you could rewind time with minimal consequences.
How minimal
like,
is minimal?
Minimal is like, if you do everything about the same, then things will play out. Like, if you shoot someone, like, then shit's going to change. What I'm saying is, like, but if you play everything about the same, like, nothing changes. You know?
Interesting.
So, like, only, like, major conflict things.
I mean, I guess I'll take that chance. Fuck it. Because I could just...
rewind and not shoot him. Because you know where you fucked up.
Exactly. Because then I'd be like, oh, what would happen if I just killed everybody? You know what I'm saying? And then just no Russian, the fucking, like... Yeah, it's like an experience,
It,
but nobody knows. Only I know.
I'm not sure if I'd be comfortable with that. Like obviously I wouldn't know, but that would be uncomfortable, you know?
How can you be uncomfortable with something you don't know?
I guess I wouldn't be that uncomfortable.
Exactly, because then you're next. But you would know that.
But I wouldn't know that. Like I don't know how many times you straight murdered me.
I could. You're right. You're right. I could just rewind time to when you were asleep today and just fucking took your knees, shit on your
Like
keyboard,
I'm
out the
just
door.
saying, a future you could have done that. I could have died today and had no idea.
That reminds me of another thing, but we'll get to that later. I'm gonna add it to the
Oh yeah,
thing.
added to the idea.
It might not be.
No, fuck. I thought
Night day.
I thought you would have been faster than me. You weren't.
I was not. All right.
Oh, okay.
I didn't put the number.
Yeah, that well.
Anyways,
Perish then.
fucking perish. Didn't go to the enemy. Worst wishes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So enemy worst wishes. Like I would never wish something absolutely horrible upon my worst enemy. Like one, I'm just not like that hateful of a guy. And two, I'm just saying like minor inconveniences for the rest of your life would be so much worse than death. That's like easily.
What? I know we talked about it, but like, what's like number one? What do you
Num-
think is like a number one minor
Number
inconvenience?
one minor inconvenience is still the remote thing. You know, like okay. Imagine you're sitting on your couch, and I know this has happened to everyone before, right? So you're sitting on your couch, and you're like, "Damn, I need to turn the TV up," and you kind of search around you, and you're picking up the blankets and shit, like totally throwing off your comfort level to find this remote. You're like, "Damn, the remote's not here." You look up, it's up by your TV. You're like, "Damn, I could have just walked to my TV and turned it up." So you get up, you grab the remote, but you're too lazy to do it from the TV. You're like, I already have the remote. So you sit down, you get comfortable, and you go to turn up the TV, and there's something in the sensor, like in the sensor's way. You're like, ooh, I'm going to slide all of the TV. So you go up, you remove the thing for the
entire
sensor,
thing.
you sit down a third time, get comfortable, press the button, and realize that the remote's out of batteries. So now you got
I
it.
feel like that's evil.
That
Like
is
I
evil.
feel like if you really just you broke into their house.
Stole their batteries, put something in front of their
Yeah.
sensor, and move the remote. But like what I'm saying is like, oh, also during the worst times, like you said previously, like during the worst times, like there could be like a sex scene and his mom walks in, and now he's got to do this whole thing, right?
Now he's trying to turn the volume
Like
down.
it's already over by the time he gets everything.
Like he nutted. Like that's it.
Like that's it. Damn. Oh, you know what? I could do that. That's horrible. Is every time he masturbates, somebody interrupts him like seconds before he has to nut.
No, not even that.
Yeah, no.
Like the 1 second, milliseconds before he nuts.
Well, no.
You can't go back.
That
Now.
way he still has like a chance to stop it. So he has to make that decision: either I stop this or I just let it happen and risk the chance of getting caught. Like I know somebody's
he
on
ne-
their way.
I'm. Mom told me his mom opens the door, still beating his fucking dick. He's like, "Do I stop?" Nah.
If you're like he's right there, like it's coming, and he's either got a chance to stop or keep going. Like he hears a doorknob turn, and he has to decide whether to nut or pull like something over him.
Why would you not pull something over you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Always.
But I'm saying like, what?
What if
The nut's that good.
you're like, damn, I've been working on this bitch for like an hour and a half now.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Apparently,
That's a podcast.
That's a podcast that he could have listened to episode 1 of Quarantine Corner, Do Emotion Have Caps, in that time, and listened to it another
still had
half
time to
time.
write.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah. No, this shit's. I don't know why I said this shit. Like it's an experience I've had. It's not.
I hope it is.
It's No, I've personally experienced having to choose in between getting caught or like nutting and getting caught, or just pulling something over me.
Would you, on the I guess worst enemy thing, would you like have it be multiple minor inconveniences or just like one core one that just always happens that they just can't seem to fix?
I would switch it around so he can never get used to it.
You thought shit was sweet?
Yeah, so he never knew what was happening. Like he's like, damn. Like, okay,
So like,
I got this.
go.
I know one. So he sees shit and then nobody else can see it. So he just feels like he gets frustrated. He's like, "Hey, look at that cloud. It kind of looks like a lizard. Y'all see that shit?" And everybody else is just seeing something totally different. Like it's just a normal cloud. And he's like,
So it's
"Guys,
fucking crazy.
he's like, "Guys, look. It's a lizard 100%." He's like, "Bro, there's not even a cloud there. I don't know what the fuck you're looking at."
So Swoosh is fucking crazy.
Ooh, I know.
He's just seen shit.
I know one. He never hears the most important part of people's sentences.
Like, does his brain just like have like white noise as they get to it, or what?
I guess so. It's like it cuts out. It's like, "Hey man, you going down to the?" Yeah, like we're all going down to the, and it's gonna be like so much fun. So, anyways, if you want to go down to the, I'll just see you there, right?
Yeah, like who's going? Oh yeah, me, Christina, and yeah, I think that's about it.
But like I wouldn't wish that upon him like all the time. Like obviously
I feel like that's toxic.
for like
That's pretty toxic.
really
dude.
important stuff, like it doesn't happen. You know?
You think he's like aware of it, and he's like, hold on,
Hold on, I need you to write down.
just text me.
Text me. Text me.
That's fucking toxic, bro.
Yeah.
That would be really bad.
Yeah. Well, okay, that one's just like once a month.
Bro, imagine he's like, oh yeah, like is in the hospital.
He's like, who? I just said she's in the hospital, bro. It's so bad. Like they don't know if she's gonna. You know?
Who is she? My dog? My mom?
Bro, how do you... I said it 3 times. It's in the hospital, bro. You gotta go now.
You know
Oh,
what?
which hospital?
Fuck it.
Which
You're going to the hospital with her.
like which hospital? I'll see if I can make it to her. Oh, you know the hospital. It's right down there. You can't miss it, bro.
Bro, imagine if that's just how someone talked and you thought they were all like you thought you were just going crazy, like on like Discord or like a phone
You
call.
thought Discord was just fucking cutting out, and that's just how they talk.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
that would be tough. I do have to confirm that would be kind of tough.
I hate you.
Look, I can't express how much I love this podcast because it's really not like the other podcast I did with Corbin, the guy that drew our picture. I did a podcast with him, and I remember it being like kind of awkward because I was like, I don't even know where to begin. Like we don't like I haven't seen it because I met him when I worked at Redacted, and so I met him whenever I worked there, and so I don't know, we talked there, and I remember he worked on my stand, and I was like, that shit is so cool. Like he's just a cool dude, just all around cool guy. Anyways, but he quit like probably 3 weeks before I did. I mean he works at Redacted again. Anyways, so we met, and I went to the college you go to the library to record with him. And well, the college you went to, not anymore, baby. Now you're just sitting at your computer.
You can't redact the redact. You're a fucking asshole.
Anyways, so I met him there, and I remember it was having like a false start, and I was like, I don't know where to go with this. You know, like this is like I it was a lot of ums and stuff, but like I feel like our podcast flows. We're really like tackling shit. You know, like we just I should have recorded the entire car ride because there was so much shit that happened during the car ride. Like back from Dallas, that's like fucking 8 podcast. Easy.
Literally dive into fucking Dallas. That shit was terrible. Fuck
Oh
Dallas. Fuck
yeah,
the city.
honestly, fuck Dallas. If you live in Dallas, I mean, I know you don't.
Drown.
Nobody lives in Dallas. But like, if you live in Dallas, you know exactly what you look like. You know you have a fucking.
Wow.
You know you have the fucking Texas or the fucking Dallas jersey on. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking Texans.
Wow.
You got their fucking
The
jersey on.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Wow.
sorry. I don't do football, but you know what you look like.
God
You have
damn.
you have Dallas Cowboys fucking on your jersey. You're wearing fucking basketball
The
shorts,
jean shorts.
basketball shorts, jean shorts, something like that, right? You have basketball shirts, and then you're with a girl. I mean, she like big booty, but she wearing like leopard pants, right? Like you clearly don't belong with her. The only reason she stays is because you barbecue every once in a while, and she likes your cousin Mike. Like that's it.
Why? Why are you going so deep, bro? The residents of Dallas. I don't know, dog. There's something special, but
Bro,
the city was fucking
oh
terrible.
yeah,
Fuck the
no, it
city.
was crazy. Like you show up and you're like, "Hey, this is kind of ghetto," and then you drive for like 5 more minutes. You're like, "This is nice," and then you're like, "Wait, why is one side of the street like really nice and the other side of the street super ghetto?" And then you get to
Yeah,
downtown and it's all just huge corporations that everybody's walking. You're like, "Oh, why is everybody walking?" And you drive for 2 minutes and realize all the roads in Dallas are trash.
they are, and not only that, people will fucking cross the street
Oh
whenever
yeah,
the fuck they
no, people
want.
don't fucking
I'm
care.
going 40. I'll fucking kill you, dog. I promise you.
I will watch you bounce off my hood like a fucking pinata. All right. Um,
Hell yeah.
But yo, remember when the simulation broke and we were going to eat and we were walking one way and we met this guy and he and his two kids were at the other side of the light. And we waited and we
Oh,
walked, right? We went and ate for like we were there like an hour and 20 minutes probably. You know, we were there for a little
yeah.
bit, right? We leave the restaurant. We're walking back, right? At the same exact light we see the same guy and his two kids on the other side, and we cross each other again.
Still blasting music.
And I was like, that shit doesn't. Where did he go?
Exactly. For an hour and a half, bro. Like, what the fuck were you doing?
Like we were just over there. There's nothing over there.
Not to mention how we fucking. It took us like forever to fucking find out where we were going.
Bro, all the roads were garbage. And it was like Google Maps. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, yeah, no, you go. You were like on the highway. And I was like, yeah, I get on the highway. And then immediately, as soon as he started taking the access ramp, Google Maps was like, oh, yeah, this is two different roads, by the way. I know they look like the same road, but you're taking the wrong one, right? So
Literally.
we're just like sitting in traffic, basically. And then Roshon was like, hey, I'm just going to fucking take this exit. And I was like, dog, don't. But then shit lined up just a little too well. Like, you're like, that can't be a coincidence. Because the exit he took was like a way quicker way and it skipped all the traffic. Like, he was like, I'm just taking this exit. So he took the exit and then we turned around and we got back to where we started. And we drive and we're like, oh, okay, we'll go to Walmart to get like, I wanted a button up shirt because we had both worn like the same thing. Like, it was khakis and I guess it was just the khakis. I thought we were wearing more. I feel like
It was the shoes, right?
oh yeah.
I don't remember.
I think well, what shoes were you wearing?
They were white shoes. I don't remember.
Okay, I had like gray slip-on Vans, but
We did not have the same
yeah,
shoes.
no, we didn't. I guess it was just the pants, and I was like, yo, we matching, we matching. I think it was just like pretty neat that we were both wearing like khaki like joggers. Anyways, I guess we're talking about the Dallas trip. This podcast is now
Yeah.
the Dallas trip.
Seamless
podcast.
transition.
Seamless.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Hey, fuck them. I didn't even know it was coming.
Exactly.
So I'll just start way at the beginning because like this story is a story
Yeah.
that needs to be told.
It's kind of going nowhere.
Yeah, from the beginning. So far, it's just been like how Dallas is trash, right? So
Fuck Dallas.
starting at the beginning, Roshon comes by and he picks me up, and then I go to like my mom's house because I wasn't at my mom's house at this time. So I went to my mom's house and I go and I like grab all the shit I need and I get in his car and we go and I'm like, hey, I need a charger for my phone. I don't know where it went. Like I lost it. So
Part one of being toxic.
oh yeah, no, this is like a 5-part toxicity. It's like a stacking toxicity thing for me this entire trip.
Keep the counter.
Yeah,
That's one.
That's one toxic. So then I'm like, hey, I need a charger. Let's just go to Walmart. And as we're driving, like right after you leave like my neighborhood, there's like this gas station McDonald's, and we're like, hey, we'll just go to there and we'll get rid of everything, right? Like not get rid of, but we'll not get everything. We'll get gas, we'll get food, and because this is like what at like 10. Yeah, so we're like, we'll get gas, we'll get food, and we'll like get the charger. So I go in and I'm like, damn, all these chargers mad fucking expensive. They're all like $20 because I have a Type C charger. I have a Google Pixel 3. And I was like, why is this so fucking expensive, dog? And I see one and I pick it up and I'm like, this one doesn't look that bad. I hand it to the cashier and the cashier is like, all right, that'll be 23. I was like, nope, give that back. Hung it up and I was like, I'm gonna grab a cheaper charger. And he's like, totally understandable. The bitch is mad expensive. He didn't say that, but he gave me a look and I was like, yeah, okay, we have an understanding. So I go and I grab like one, it's like $15. And I was like, all right, cool. Right? So I get the charger. I put it in my stuff. I think I just slipped it in my pocket or whatever because I was just comfortable. Like I didn't care. Like I wasn't wearing like what I was gonna wear there yet. I don't think.
No, you changed.
Yeah, I changed at the hotel. So, oh, by the way, like Roshon, whenever you invited me to this, like you were like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah." like that was it.
Oh.
And you were like, "I already have tickets." So
Dog, I was literally chilling at work and I was like, damn, I kind of want to go to this concert. And I was like, there's 2 tickets available. I'm about to just fucking cop it and I'm just going to find someone to go with me. And
you're like, you're either
listen,
100% in and 100% out. And I was like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me kicked out of my house. Shit was fun.
Yeah, fuck you, dog. It was fun, though.
It was fun, though. I would get kicked out of my house again. But
10 out of 10.
yeah, so anyways, we go to the gas station, I get the charger, we get food, he gets gas, and we head out. So we head out, the drive felt like nothing. It was a 4-hour drive, felt like maybe an hour, right?
Chump change.
Like it was a hella easy drive. We get there, my phone's at like 50% probably. I'm like, oh, okay, like this is cool, like I'm chilling, like I'm good for the night. I'll just charge it once we get to the hotel. Anyway, so yeah, Roshon like got the ticket. He's like, you're going. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, all right, so I'm thinking hotels. Like I'm finding stuff that's like 2 beds, $75. Like they're pretty cheap, but they're not like right. And he's like, oh yeah, I got like a $45 hotel. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, how'd you find 2 bed? It's 1 bed, isn't it?
Shut the fuck up.
And I think this was in person because I remember a look. Like, I remember you giving me this look, like, mid-sentence, like, oh, how'd you get 2 beds so... Got it. Cool.
It was on the way. It was on the way to Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how'd you get 2 beds for $45? I just fucking looked at you.
So, anyways, by the way, the trip to Dallas was super nice. It was just one highway, like, all the way there. It was one straight shot. Like, literally, like, Siri would stop to be like, hey, keep doing what you're doing, baby girl. Keep going straight. Like, it would interrupt our fucking music to tell us to keep doing what we were doing.
Literally.
So we're going, and we get to Dallas, and we get to the hotel. And, like, so far, we haven't, like, experienced the toxicity of Dallas. I just kind of noticed there's, like, a lot of people walking around. But it was mainly the ghetto part of Dallas. So we get there, and the hotel doesn't open to, like, start taking people till 3, and it was probably, like, 2:30. So anyways, Roshon goes to, like, go to the restaurant or whatever, and he comes out with the ticket, or, like, not the ticket, but, like, the key. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. They let us in early. We grab our shit. We go inside. And we get up to our room, and our door's open with the latch. And I'm like, dog.
I forgot about that.
I was like, so we're like, hey, fuck it. We walked in all confident because people won't stop you if you're confident enough. Something I've learned from working, you know, like, at all. I will not stop you if you're confident enough. That's it. So I open the door and I'm like, hey, we set our stuff down. We
You say hey, we shit?
I meant to say we put our shit down, but kid friendly, dog. So I was like, oh, okay, we put our stuff down. We get all ready. I think we changed. No, we hadn't changed yet. We just had like our stuff and we put it down. And like we peek our head out and we ask the maid, we're like, yo, is this clean? She goes, it's clean, it's clean. Like she's like, she was Hispanic. All right, I won't do well. Okay, she was like straight Mexican. Like probably knew like 6 words in English, and 2 of them was "is clean." So I'm sorry, that was so blatantly like racist.
That was so racist.
Look, I'm not a racist. I don't want to be that guy. Anyways,
Oh my god.
racist comments aside, Super nice lady. She was like, "Oh, like y'all guys stuff, like y'all, like, oh, there was no like bedding on the bed at all."
Oh my God. Yeah.
So there was no bedding. And I was like, "Oh, okay. It is mad fucking hot in my room. I'm sweating, dog. I'm fucking drenched." Anyways, but I need that audio quality cuz I'm not doing it again. I'm not making the same mistake again.
Oof.
Um anyways, so there's no bedding. I'm like, "All right, cool." We open the door. We're like, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "Oh, it's just in the dryer. Like, y'all good." I was like, "All right, cool." So we get changed. I go to the restroom, and the door on the restroom like doesn't work. It's just hanging. Like
There's a hole.
it's just a latch. Then there's like these like random like obviously where they've repaired it because there's been holes before. Like woods that's like it's obviously just cut like a square and then put the wood and glued it. Like in 3 or 4 places.
Yeah, but the square wasn't even like
Oh yeah.
solid. Like it was
Yeah, the
off.
square was garbage. Like whoever did it, like they're like, damn, this shit be happening too much. So um I open the door and there's like a hole near the bottom where somebody like obviously since the door didn't work like went to open the door while somebody was in there and somebody just fucking kicks the door to close it, right? Because it's just a hole. I was like, damn, that's tough. Anyways, so like I get out of the restroom, whatever, and then I changed and everything. And I was like, all right, cool. And then we like poke our head out, and the maid's like here and just hands us like the bundle of blanket. And we're like, all right, fuck it. Threw it on the bed. And we're like, all right, cool. Let's go to Walmart and get me a button up shirt so we can sort of be matching. Right. So we go and we're driving around. And this is where the highway part comes in. This is where Toxic Part 2 comes in. Right.
God.
So we're going, and I have the map, which is already a horrible decision. Do not give me a map. I won't get you there on time. So, hey, but it's cool. Sarah won't ever leave on time. Anyways,
You're not wrong.
so I have the map and we're going, and you're like on the highway, and I was like, yeah, bro, on the highway. You get on the highway. Immediately, I realized my mistake. I am like, oh shit, we're not on the highway, but like we were already on it. Like I couldn't do anything about it. So, anyways, we do that. We get back to where we were. We go to Walmart. Like this had taken up probably like a good 40 minutes of our time. The concert
For no
the
reason.
concert starts at 7. We were gonna try getting out there by like 6 or whatever. It was probably like I don't know 4 at this point. So and it's a fucking neighborhood Walmart. I go in. I'm like this. Like I just went in. Like I was like I just need to get out of the car. This shit is like too much. I'm not even driving. And this shit's too much. I can only imagine what it was like for you.
I want to kill myself.
Yeah, I could see it in your face. So we went into the Walmart. I bought like the biggest fucking like quadruple stuffed Oreos I could find.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was munching, right? Like I hadn't had anything since 10 and it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Rashawn's like just fucking angry at everything and I'm just munching. I'm just fucking I'm going ham on these Oreos in the passenger seat. Right?
Bro, I remember when we fucking left Walmart. I remember I was so fucking pissed. I was like, fuck Dallas. Fuck anybody who lives in Dallas. Fuck this Walmart. Fuck these
Hey.
roads.
Yeah, because Dallas is fucking stupid. I still stand by those words. So we fucking we get in the car, we're driving around and we're like, let's just find somewhere to eat. Like somewhere we can just sit down. There's no fucking parking in downtown Dallas. There is none. Like there's no parking lots at all. Like that hold any more than like 10 cars. And of course they're all taken. Right? So we're driving around and this shit's just frustrating. Like we're just taking turns. We're like, I don't even know how we got here. Like the map's not telling me what to do. Even the map's just giving me a look like, oh no, bro. Like fucking oh, like even the map was just knowing how fucking bad Dallas was to be in. So
It is what
it is what it is. So God damn it. So we're like, all right, fuck it. We drive around. We find a parking garage. We park in the parking garage. We're like, all right, cool. We walk. We go to eat. We like hour 20 minutes later. We pass the guy. We're like, that's fucking crazy. Simulation breaking and shit. And then we're like, all right, cool. You know what? Let's just because we weren't that far. I think we're only like 30 minutes from the venue.
Yeah.
So like, all right,
minutes.
cool. So we go to the venue. We get there. And it was probably like 6 at that point, and all I remember it
Yeah.
was this is grandma like freaking out the entire time.
Oh
Like she just
my.
would not stop talking. She comes back into the story. Don't worry about it. Not okay. I built that up too much. It's not quite that big.
Not even that though, bro. Like she would comment on
Oh
everything.
my
Like the
god,
people drove by
she
the
would just
motorcycles, and she was like, "They're blasting their music. I hate it."
and like the girl there with, but I think she was like 14. Like there was no way she was.
She had
Yeah,
to
there was
be.
no way she was older than 14. And she was like, "Yeah, I don't listen to that kind of music, but like I like this one song." And it's like, "Oh, she listens to that music." Like she
Yeah, she does.
blasting that shit at any point.
Of
Um
course.
anyways, so an hour goes by, we get into the venue, we get our merch.
Hold on. Can we talk about the fucking girls, the group of girls that were there since like fucking two, since
Oh
we got to
yeah.
fucking
We
Dallas?
got to Dallas.
Because they were it was fucking crazy.
They were sitting in the front the entire time and it ended up not mattering. Cause like
Yeah,
we were
like
kind of
the
closer to the
venue.
front, and I got to the front and was in the back like constantly. Like I was just switching in between. Like it didn't matter. The venue was like small enough where it didn't matter how early you were there. Anyways, so we get in. We're like, "Hey, let's get our merch now." I spent way more than I'm willing to say. Um, it,
I spent redacted.
yeah, I spent It all went hard though. Like all of the
Of
merch. I'm
course.
so glad I got all of it. So I got the merch, and I kind of wish like I like
Waited.
yeah, I kind of wish I waited because like every time like we're like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, I'm holding like 2 things of merch. I have a fucking
Yeah.
vinyl in my arms, and people are moshing
Yeah.
around me, and I'm like, I gotta protect this shit at all cost. Anyways, oh, we went to go see a Beach Money concert. So like people know the band.
Oh, yeah.
That way you know the atmosphere. Like if you've ever listened to any of their music, like never once have I gone, oh yeah, this shit I could shove somebody to this shit, right? So
Bro.
like I was like, oh, this goes hard, but I wasn't like, oh, like this goes hard. Like I'm ready to
Literally.
like beat some people up. So
Literally, bro.
we're
Was definitely go.
no,
Sorry.
yeah, you go on.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna talk about the opening before I even got to Beach
Oh
Bunny.
yeah, no, not even I completely forgot about that. Go on.
How do you forget about my girl Indigo?
Hey,
Anyways, so they had two openers. Was it Field Medic and Indigo D'Souza?
yeah, it's Indigo de Souza. Yeah, you say that like well, it may have been Indigo. You know damn well it was Indigo de Souza.
I don't know. Was it?
I don't know. Anyway, so it was Field Medic and Indigo Days. I know, like how you saying that, like you're telling a story. You're like, I'm not sure if it was. You know damn well
Was
who it was. Like at Field Medic, I would have been like, it would have been understandable if you were like, I think it was like Field Medic or something, and then Indigo de Souza. No, you were like Field
Fuck
Medic
you.
and I think Indigo de Souza. Like what the fuck you mean? You know it's our baby girl.
Ace. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, so those two did miss. I think they both had like 5 songs each.
Not a miss. This shit was crazy.
All of them banged, bro. Literally, I remember they played, or Indigo D'Souza played their first like fucking like couple notes, and I was like, hold up,
Yeah,
Like,
before
this shit might bang.
before then, they get on stage and they were gone. Like so
Oh, yeah.
obviously clearly gone. There is like none of them
Yeah.
are there at all.
Off a beam.
Oh yeah, just completely off a bean. Like me and Roshon said, like we kind of wish that we knew the band before getting on. But I'm glad it was
Yeah.
the first experience. Like I also
Of
like
course.
that shit hit so much harder. Anyway, so go on.
Yeah, so they had 5 songs each. It was pretty cold. I wish I would have gotten some merch from Indigo.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got a free CD if you bought anything.
Yeah.
But just I guess a standout one, the standout song from Field Medic, shit was fucking hilarious. Fucking Kiss Me or Die, that shit was hard as fuck.
I'm mad it's not out.
Um, honestly.
Yeah.
And by the way, I do recommend both of them. Both of them are fucking A1 steak sauce.
Oh yeah.
Like I was over here screaming for both of those
Oh, yeah.
artists, and
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I have enough voice for Beach Bunny.
I maybe like okay, by the time you listen to like 2 banging opening acts, you're like, I don't know if Beach Money could top this. Oh, they did. But it was like the same level of bop, but like different types, you know?
It was a different type of bop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thing was, right before Beach Bunny came on stage, this fucking girl passed out,
Oh yeah.
and the fucking ambulance outside, and it was like the ambulance lights were shining through the venue, and they were playing their music, and it was the environment was so fucking dope,
Oh
bro.
yeah. No,
I
you have the
promise
fucking
you,
lights flashing. I saw it flashing on your face, and I was like, this is gonna go way harder than like shit couldn't have lined up better.
literally
And then there was just two girls. What was it? It was
redacted and
yeah.
redacted.
So it was redacted and redacted. I almost name dropped right on the podcast. So
Literally.
so it was redacted and redacted, and they're like, hey, can I get in front of you? Right? And I was like, oh yeah, no, of course, like go ahead, right? So they get in front of us, and like 10 minutes later, like we're all just standing. I think like we listened to Field Medic. I let him in front. Field Medic went. By the time Field Medic had ended, I was back with my homeboy and a gray shirt. I don't know his name. I didn't get his name, and I'm really sad I didn't, because homeboy grew up during that concert. He went from
Oh yeah, most
oh
definitely.
yeah, no, he went from like fingertips touching to like fucking headbanging and shit.
Most
We may
definitely.
have to part two this. We've been recording for 45 minutes. We may have to part two this.
Yeah, but I just have to part two this. You just want to cut the concert there and then do one more thing and then come back to the concert in a different one?
Come back.
Or you just want to go to the concert?
I feel like we can get through the concert and maybe still have enough content to like part two it.
Got it. Let's go.
Okay. So homeboy in a gray shirt there, and then I think Phil Medic was like, "Hey, grab someone, like dance with them or whatever. Like this is a cute song. This wasn't Kiss Me or Die yet." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, I looked to the guy next to me because I was back with him now. Like Roshon, you were like directly next to Redacted and Redacted, right?
Yeah.
So I'm standing next to this guy. We'll call him Kevin. He kind of looks like a Kevin, but like a nicer Kevin, you know. So like not monster punching holes in the wall Kevin, but like you're like, oh, I can see you as an
thought it was
uncle.
Kyle.
Oh yeah, it was Kyle. Yeah, so this is just a normal Kevin then. So Kevin's standing next to me, and I'm like, oh hey bro, you my new Rashawn. He gave me like a little smile, and he was like, all right, whatever, cool, right? And then he's like, hey, grab somebody, and I said something to Rashawn. I was like, hey, me and you, and you were like, nah, right? Like just try, like, because he was next to redacted, and then like homeboy Kevin, he's like, hey, I got you. Like, don't even worry about it. Me and you, we gonna dance the night away. You know?
Stared into his eyes, into his soul,
Right?
bro.
So like that at that point I was like, oh, okay, Kevin's pretty cool. So then Field Medic gets to Kiss Me or Die, and I'm gonna let you do this part because like I feel like you deserve this. I've been talking all podcasts. You get this. It's all you, baby.
I don't even know what to say about it, bro. That shit was just perfect. Like
the way he
I
introduced
don't
it
know.
though.
Yeah. He was like, he was talking about like his legal battle with him trying to drop his album. And he's like, oh yeah, I dropped like $1,000 like on lawyers and shit.
It was like
trying to, get this
15,000.
shit clean.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
15,000.
mad
Yeah, shit was
amount.
ridiculous. And he was like, he's like, yeah, people think the lyrics of the song are like kind of threatening. I thought it was kind of cute. And he just started fucking playing.
Shit was so funny.
It was seamless, bro. That shit was fucking A1. No, I definitely recommend checking that song out.
Yeah,
That shit was fucking amazing.
Whenever I put this on Twitter, I'll put like everything on it, like everybody we
course.
talk about. No,
You're good.
that shit was like, it was perfect. Like I Field Medic was just amazing, right? Anyway, so Field Medic gets off stage, and probably like 10 to 20 minutes go by, and like we're talking to Redacted and homeboy and Kevin next to us, right? And he's not really talking, but like he's more or less part of the like he's just kind of chilling there. Anyway, so Beach Bunny gets out, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. Like this starting. They started with Promises, and immediately the whole energy of the room, right?
Oh,
Yeah, they
shifted.
finished Promises, and they're like, hey guys, like I don't know, like if you want to, like touching fingertips, like feet inward, right? Like I don't, like if you just want to, like maybe y'all could like mosh pit or something. And we're like, what?
Yeah, really.
Like
what?
everybody,
So yeah.
everybody at first is looking around, and I look to my right, and I see the grandma that we were talking about earlier. She's not a grandma; she was just like an older mom of like the 14-year-old, right? So I look over, and I see like the look on her face, and I'm like, oh, okay, like this is like
She's not having
she's
it.
not having it, right? But she has. Oh, I completely forgot about the sugar baby.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So fucking I looked next to us, and there's like this like dad and his daughter, or so I thought at first, right? Like she looked probably no older than 13, you know. Anyways, so it's like this dad and his daughter, and the dad takes off, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's just gonna sit in the back, like drinking at the bar or whatever, while his daughter enjoys his concert. He comes back. Oh no, I think he'd kissed her on the lips before he left, and I was like, hey, that's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Like that's a weird relationship, but like whatever. He comes back with 2 beers and merch, and I was like, oh, this is a different kind of relationship. This
Yeah, it's a
is
sugar
this
daddy
is a
treatment.
100% sugar daddy. Like I've never seen like shit was blatant, you know. I was crazy. Like he clearly had like she had like makeup on. She looked like everybody else there. He looked like
Yeah.
maybe in his 40s, like a little bit of a beer gut, like a little like hadn't shaved in a couple
Can,
days.
can we rephrase how old she is? Because I feel like you say she's 13, the dude's like 40. Like that's a problem.
She looked 13. It was a problem.
Okay, she was 18.
Okay,
let's
we'll-
assume.
we'll-
I didn't talk to her.
We'll cap it at 18, right? Like she is a max 18. Oh, okay.
Max.
We'll go minimum 18. That way, there's no pedophilia, right? She is 18. Like, there's no way she was older. She maybe, possibly, could have been
I hate
under,
you.
but she was no way she was
Allegedly.
older. Allegedly, she may have been under.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this dude's like probably like 30s, 40s, clearly a parent, has like slight like 5 o'clock shadow, like probably been divorced, right? And he's like, fuck it, right? So he's just spending all this money on her. And I was like, that shit straight up sugar daddy. Like, there's no way that's any different. Yeah, so I think that's like all of that. Like that shit was crazy. Just
right before you go to Beach Point,
Yeah.
though, Homeboy in the transition when they were playing, was it Killing in the Name?
yeah.
Homie in the back was fucking bopping.
Fucking
and
vibing.
he was a visual vibe check.
Oh yeah.
So anytime a different song played, you look back at him, and if he's vibing with it, everybody
Oh,
else was
I
vibing
completely
with it.
forgot about that. He had the fucking bucket hat
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah.
There was just a dude in the bucket hat with the beer, and yeah, like he was just chilling. And so like this song started playing. What was the name of the song again?
I think it was Killing in the Name.
Yeah, so it's playing, and like he is fucking headbanging, like he's going at it.
Gone.
Like we were like, all right, like he was like, if like you've heard vibe check. He was a vibe check. If you looked back and he was vibing, you could vibe, right?
Everybody was vibing.
Everybody was
bro. That shit's
vibing,
crazy.
and then there was a dad. That was the dad that was.
Oh, yeah.
the dad that was vibing, like fucking headbanging, and killing it. He's the dad that I later helped like protect his daughter or whatever.
Oh, got
Yeah,
you.
so it was that guy, and like he like that girl was clearly like maybe 12. Like I felt kind of bad because like nobody knew there was gonna be moshing or anything. So like me and you, like we're 18 and 19. Like people start moshing, we're fine, you know. Like
Yeah.
we're not exactly like small people. We're not big, but we're not small people. I'd say we're medium sized people.
There was fucking giants back there.
Oh
dog.
yeah, no, there were giants. Like the first two people that started moshing were like some big dudes.
Up.
Up. That guy was fucking. You know what? We may put like the Beach Bunny portion of the concert in the next episode because we're at 52 minutes now.
Yeah.
So I
right.
feel like we could maybe get something out of the way real quick. None of these ideas we can really do it, but maybe we'll just cut the podcast here. I feel like maybe we can do that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
So yeah. No.
We did the same fucking thing.
I did it like you didn't just do it.
I guess it'd be a quick one. Do you think water's wet?
Water is absolutely wet. Air is dry, water's wet. All right, this sounds like something we're going to have to come back to.
All right, real quick, right?
Yeah.
Do like how we could see water, do fish see air? Or I guess wind.
I think no, I don't think they could see wind, but I don't think they acknowledge water. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, because we don't acknowledge air.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you think they would be able to see outside of their medium?
I don't think so, cuz like air isn't a thing that you can see and then your brain blocks it out, you know? Like air is still
Are you sure?
Yeah, air is still the same material, you know? Like it's not a different it's not like a different like bond of, atoms and shit when a fish sees it. You know, it's like still the same thing. You're still like receiving the same thing. So like I don't think like I don't think fish can see air. I think like it's definitely like different. Like they just forget about water, like how we forget about air. But they get to air and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like, yo,
Is it dry water?
I'm not breathing. There's something wrong. You know?
They just start yelling, "Yo, don't go above the line.
Don't do it. Right? Like,
That's fucking toxic."
yeah. This shit's crazy. Anyways, so I'm glad that that's something we covered real quick. I feel like that. I
Yeah,
feel like
let's
that's
wrap
something
that
that
up.
could be covered in depth as well. So what is it?
All right.
Idea 8: fish seeing water.
Got him,
Oh,
bitch.
so. Damn right, I just deleted that shit. Get it out of here. Anyways, so that's like all we have time for today. I say that like we have a time limit. We don't. Redacted. But I think we're gonna cut these around 55 minutes. I like that. That's a good number right there. Anyways, thanks for watching Quarantine Corner. I'll see you guys in the next episode next week.